Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michael Dota here, and I'm gonna do a replay analysis of this Shadow Fiend game I played a little while ago. It's a really hard game, like really fucking hard. We had an Ember safe lane, and like a kind of semi-tri lane with our Pudge, Night Stalker, and Shadow Breaker, or Spirit Breaker. So I picked Shadow Fiend here. I didn't really see any huge threats. I think Shadow Fiend's pretty decent versus Windrunner. That's originally why I picked it. And these two guys wanted to fight right here. They're kind of wrapping around.
The battle begins.
I'm just holding my skill point. I may level raise.
Every coin helps.
This is a really difficult fight, even though like the Pudge and the Spirit Breaker were way too far behind. And the Pudge got hooked first, so he's actually pretty weak. Here I'm gonna go for raises. I get 2 raises on the Rubik. Well, pretty much on all of them. I'm running from the Tusk. I think we have about the same movement speed. Here I get really fucking greedy and I try to turn and hit him. He salved up, so he barely survives my auto attack and I die. I don't know if that's worth it or not. Probably not. If I just kept running, he would have died to the tower and me and Pudge would have split the HP.
I'll return the favor.
I have raised first, so I'm not going to be getting too much damage from these creep kills. Tusk just salves up the Windrunner. So she has a pretty good start. She also got first blood and an assist. And I think she also got the bounty rune. She did get the bounty rune. She is really far ahead of me right now. I'm doing my best with these raises to kind of win the lane back. I'm using a lot of mana before my level 2 raise, and it's mainly just because I felt so far behind right off the bat. I think I'm doing a really good job of pressuring her before she has her bottle. I know she would have it pretty soon with how much gold she got off the start. Our bottom lane dies, even with the tri lane. Well, I guess it's dual lane. It's a dual lane versus a dual lane.
Double damage.
I'm actually doing a pretty good job against this Windrunner, even though it's most of my creep kills are in denies. I'm still getting my souls up. And I'm just gonna go back here. I'm way too low. If I stay, she can just kill me. Bottom lane dies again.
Got the blood on you.
Buy a couple TPs here. I'm just gonna head back to the lane and try to save for my bottle. At this point, the Windrunner is a level higher than me. Get some nice raises on her. I'm starting to get pretty far ahead of her in like damage, but I still don't have my bottle, so I'm not out of I'm not in the clear yet. So I really just desperately need my bottle here. It's about 4 minutes and I still don't have it because of the really shitty start. I do buy my bottle here. She's going to man up on me. Get a couple nice raises, but it doesn't really matter. She still gets away. We get the kill on her, but I die. I don't get any experience for that, and I get very little gold, I believe. Pretty shitty trade for me. I have my bottle now, so that's good. I should get most of these last hits. I do get all of the enemy creeps.
Oh, cover your eyes. Dire's bottom tower is taking a drubbing.
Pudge is stacking my hard camp, and I'm gonna stack this other camp here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like if you're doing well in your lane, you don't really need to stack. But where I had a really rough
Dire's
start,
bottom tower is under
and the
attack.
Windrunner had an amazing start, I do need to stack. So I'm just gonna stack my camps. I'm gonna get some easy souls off of this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pudge takes over mid while I'm doing my thing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
These fucking mud
You
golems.
shoot the messenger.
Everybody hates mud golems. They always aggro weird like that too.
Sometimes the winds of war bear away even innocent souls, such as Dire's courier.
Windrunner's coming into our jungle to chase the Pudge.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I can't be in any part of that fight. We're just losing it terribly. I would have died too.
Dire's poor top tower.
They do get the Wind
Can
Ranger
its
there.
end be drawing nigh?
The Spirit Breaker does die. Ember might die as well. So I opt to go for my wand and some boots. I believe I do get my Aquila next.
Oh, cover your eyes. Dire's bottom tower is taking a drubbing.
I'm just doing what I can to get the most value out of pretty much everything.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's just a really tough game. The Slardar gets away. I'm just gonna go back to the jungle, clean these stacks up before anybody else comes for it. They did see the stacks and they came into our jungle, so it's really important that I kill this now. If I finish up my Aquila, and after this I'm gonna be getting my treads.
Dire's middle tower is under
You
attack.
definitely, I pretty much go Aquila, wand, treads every game on Shadow Fiend, unless you get an insanely good start. Then you could go Aquila, wand into Boots of Travel, but it's a very greedy build. It kind of requires these side lanes to be really underfarmed.
The Dire just can't resist attacking Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, there's a Slardar, the Windrunner, and the Tusk all running me down. Gets a nice hook on me, but it's not going to be enough. The Tusk Snowball just kept following me. There's also the Rubik there. It's actually 4 players in my mid lane. There's 5 if you count the Pudge, and 6 if you count me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Now,
So I do actually have I was checking the Pudge's profile. I wasn't sure who he was. He said he knew me. So I actually have really high net worth, considering being 1-3-3. It's 3rd highest, really far behind Windrunner, but I'm a little bit behind Tiny. Highest creep kills in the game. I'm just gonna walk my slow ass back to lane. I'm gonna try to finish up my treads here. After that, I'm most likely just going to go for an SNY. I really need to tank up. They have a lot of just like bursts, so you just need HP. Spirit Breaker and the Ember Spirit die there. 17 to 18 right now in this game. They're up by 5,000 gold in 9 minutes. Over 5,000 gold in 9 minutes. Which is a lot of gold. They're huge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I see this Tiny's low. I'm gonna try to go catch him off. He does TP out, so I end up not finding him. I'm just gonna clear some of these jungle, some of this jungle and his jungle. It's safer than being in mid. They have a mid ward. They have 2 mid wards actually.
The Dire's poor top tower. Can its end be drawing nigh?
I pretty much decided, I think at this point, that really fucked up my raises there. I didn't need to use 3. It was a weird angle. But I pretty much decided I was not going to win this game by fighting.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I just needed to split push. They're fucking huge. And if I just fight with my team, I'm gonna pretty much we're all just gonna die.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So I'm just trying to get as much farm as I can, only getting good kills, not throwing anything away.
Top tower is under attack.
Do get the Tiny here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So they TP'd 2 players into the bot lane. We have about 4 people here pretty soon. This ends up being a pretty sketchy fight. I mean, they pretty much all TP'd in. At this point, I really just I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna be a part of this, like all these weird shenanigan fucking sketchy fights. If you're playing a Shadow Fiend and you're against like farmed lanes and high burst, you need to take your fights very carefully. You need to position correctly. You know, if the Tiny just does his combo on me, I'm dead. Even with strength treads, I'm actually just dead. Let me clean up the jungle a little bit, go for the top lane. I honestly thought this game could possibly be over at this point. You know, everyone just keeps dying. That's just why I decided to go for a split push instead of trying to fight. First of all, by split pushing, I get insanely farmed. He was just dying like crazy. But I get insanely farmed, and it opens up the map for my team. Eventually, someone's going to have to clean up the top lane. And that means that there's less people fighting. I was considering TPing in there. Really not a good idea. If I just get this tier 1, I'll at least neutralize that bit. And the Windrunner does have to TP. If I wanted to TP mid now, I could. I don't know if I do end up TPing here. So the Windrunner had to deal with my split push. It's a 4v5 at this fight now. I'm gonna start heading my way over and see if I can pick up any clean kills.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not going to end up getting in range for any of these. I just decided to run bot instead. I'm going to pressure that tower and push that lane in. That'll make probably the Windrunner have to rotate bottom and clean up that. I finished up my Yasha here. I have a lot of people behind me. I'm pretty sure I was telling them if anyone comes, I'm fucking leaving. I still can't fight. I went for Yasha. It's pretty greedy. I'm still very squishy. And Slardar TP's in with a blink dagger. He gets a 2-man crush. Pudge misses his hook, but this should be pretty much a free kill. Luckily, only one TP'd in.
Sometimes I find myself saying for no reason at all. Dire's middle tower structures are fortified.
So we killed the Slardar. We can clean up this tower. I'm gonna nuke down the creep wave, get some farm.
Dire's middle tower
We see the.
is under attack.
Did we see the tiny? I don't think we do.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Is that our ward or not?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That is our ward. We have pretty good ward vision, so I did see the tiny there. I TP'd home. I'm just heading back top. You just need to constantly keep the enemies on the move. You need to make them. You need to make them react to you. If I played their game and I fought them, we would have lost for sure. I'm deciding. I'm not sure what to get. I either want to go Helm of the Dominator, I want to go S and Y, or I want to go Manta. I was talking to Brent at the time, my buddy Brent Dota. I was in Mumble and he was watching my stream.
Radiant's top tower
He was telling me to go
is under
Manta.
attack.
He really wanted me to go Manta. He thought it would be the best option for sure. I was a little bit torn. I really didn't know what to go for. To weigh the pros and cons, going Helm of... Either way, I was going to go Dominator. I just wasn't sure when. We're diving our tier 3s for fuck's sakes. Everyone's dead. I get pinged.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But Helm of the Dominator, it's good. It gives me sustain, damage, armor. Little fight going on here. They're all pretty low. I can probably clean this up. And the ice shards actually knocked me up on the top and gave me the kill there. That was a really awful ice shard. Well, kind of a, I don't know, it was a bug for sure. So after picking up those 2 kills and cleaning up the top lane plus the tier 1, I have 3,400 gold. I decided I'm just going to go straight for Manta. I'm going to skip all the other bullshit. I'm going to go for Manta. It dispels the minus armor from Slardar. It's good versus the Wind Ranger. Because if I pop my Manta when she's shackling me, I can disjoint it. I can cause confusion. She won't be totally sure which one's which. It's also good versus the Tiny. If I can pop my Manta before he combos me and he tosses an illusion into the air, I will take less damage. I'm gonna go for the Helm of the Dominator now. At this point, I was feeling a lot more confident. I mean, as you can see, we're like, let's see, what's a net worth like? Well, as you can see, I'm the highest on net worth, followed by Windrunner and Tiny, or Wind Ranger and Tiny, followed by Spirit Breaker, followed by 2 more of their teammates. Our Ember has no farm whatsoever. We're only behind by about 2,000 now. Split pushing is it's very, very good. I'm just waiting for the big creep or the ancients to respawn here. I'm gonna kill them again. There's a team fight breaking out right on top of me. Manta off the Slardar thing. I'm also causing confusion by having it out in general. I'm gonna go back and clean that up because the Pudge landed a hook. I'm just trying to position myself in the back. I'm very vulnerable still. I have a full wand, so I'm not that afraid. I'm gonna try to ult on the outskirts. I got a full ultimate off. Toss some raises here on the Windrunner. Dodge the power shot. And we clean all of them up. Holy moly. Manta was definitely the right choice. I think if I went Sanj and Yasha, that fight would have been lost for sure. We end up getting about a 1,700 gold swing. A fucking 4,000 experience for our team. That is incredible. Huge.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Since I have my Dominator and Manta, I can do Roche. So I go into the Roche pit. I'm just going to solo this. I know that they pretty much all died. They may be respawning. And I decided it was not worth it. They for sure knew I was in there. It's a really good thing I did back out. And here's a little bit of a mistake for me. I should have assumed, since the first time I was doing these ancients, they came after us, that they had vision over here. So I'm sitting here trying to clean them up, and lo and behold, there they are. Does end up being a pretty good fight for our team. Decent. I'm looking at items. I was not sure what to get. We traded 2 for 2 so far, which quickly turns into a 2 for 5. Yeah, if they just backed out with just the Spirit Breaker and Shadow Fiend dying, well, me and the Spirit Breaker, it would have been a really good fight. They get Roche for free, and yeah, it's definitely a fucking hard game. The only reason we're even slightly in this game is mainly because of me. You can, look at the scoreboard. I have the least deaths by far. I have the most kills, and I'm up there in assists as well. My farm is absolutely nuts. So from this point, I want either Scotty or Butterfly. It looks like I'm opting to go for the Scotty first. I guess I just wanted more stats, more survivability. The Butterfly wouldn't let me live through the tiny combo. Mainly the tiny combo and like the crush with some like power shot and nukes, like all of the random damage would just kill me if I went straight Butterfly here. The Spirit Breaker was charging the tiny. The Spirit Breaker uses ult on that. I really disagreed with that when it did happen. I immediately thought it was an awful idea. Missed some raises here. If I landed those raises, Pudge would have lived. But in hindsight, if the Spirit Breaker also had his ultimate, he would have lived. The Pudge would have lived too. So I really disagree with the use of that. I missed some raises. It happens. That was pretty fucking bad of us. We got the Aegis, so it's not the worst thing. And the Night Stalker's trying to 1v1 the Windrunner. Obviously won't turn out too well. They're way too far ahead for that to work.
Let the sun reach my bones.
So the Ember's starting to get his farm up. He's only right behind the Tiny. The Windrunner's a little bit behind me. I am at the top of the net worth. I pretty much need to just go back to split pushing from here. Like, I was doing really well split pushing, so I should probably go do that again. I don't know if I do end up doing that. I do TV bottom to get some more farm. The whole fighting thing isn't really working out. We're just, every time we fight, it's mostly bad. We evened it up, and then we're back to about a 3,000 gold deficit. This is when we started dying, as you can see. Just killed us all. There's a Slardar in a really dangerous area. He's pretty much a free kill. They're really far ahead, so they can make stupid plays like that and still be okay. It is adding up a little bit, but I'm ahead either way. Like, a kill like that isn't gonna matter. I'm just ahead, period. So with a 3v5, we can pressure this tower a little bit. You can pick up a Tusk there. The Windrunner has respawned. I'm just going to take the tower and get out. Like I was saying, the goal here is to not fight, unless it's very advantageous for us. I mean, our Night Stalker and Pudge have like nothing. They have like nothing. What does he have? Spirit Breaker's pretty farmed. He has a Midas, Sange, and Urn. The Ember only has drums, almost a Battle Fury. This guy has drums and a wand. And the Pudge is, a wand. He has nothing. He almost has his dagger, which is okay. But even then, the dagger is kind of lackluster in this kind of game. I'm just splitting top. If I can push this into the tower, someone will have to rotate, and then our team would be able to take a good team fight when they rotate. And I have mantas, so taking fights is pretty easy. I saw that Tony there for like a second. I guess it didn't really register in my head whether or not that happened, but I did save the tower. I mean, they're pushing our tier 2. My team kind of overextended there. I pulled them all really far away. The Ember should have probably just went bottom, because they all just ran towards top. If the Ember just goes bottom there, he gets a lot of farm. He also needs a TP. I mean, this is a really fucking hard game. It's pretty much me. I'm the only damage dealer on our team. They're hitting our tier 4 or tier 3s. The Ember dies here for free. I'm TPing in. I'm going to TP in the back as to kind of be in a safe position and raise the creeps off of the racks. The Spirit Breaker just goes full ham. Tiny throws me in. I died there immediately.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. While we're on the subject, Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
The reason I hate Pudge is not the player, but the hero. He feels so useless. I mean, he didn't help me when I was dying. He couldn't help Ember when he was dying. Hero just kind of fucking walks around. He doesn't really do much. This guy just started boots first and ran around like an asshole. He wanted mid. Now, you know, I told him, hey, I'm like the highest MMR. Just let me pick mid. And, we'll have a good game. So he like threw a little hissy fit, let me go mid, and just pick fucking Pudge with boots, and ended up feeding his lane pretty hard. Made this game a lot harder than it should have been. So I'm gonna finish up my Scotty here. Tell him the Pudge to stack it.
Never refuse gold.
Slardar misses a crush there. We cannot chase into them. Some item checks. Tusk. It's pretty farmed. Arcane, Solar, Blink. Slardar also has Solar and a Blink. Tony has Blink Ags, almost BKB. Rubik has a Glimmer and a Blink. Oh my god, they all have Blinks. Windrunner has a BKB. A Shadow Blade and an Ag Scepter. I see all this happening over here, but there's really no point for me to come. I just need to push these lanes out. If the lanes are pushed out, they can't push, and we can get good trades off. I don't have a TP. That's probably my biggest mistake here. It's actually a huge mistake that I don't have a TP. I think it does end up working out. Rubik dies, buys back, and TP's bottom because I was pressuring it.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah, pretty good game. A lot of action.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't have a TP, huge problem. But they end up backing up because I'm taking the tier 2 from our tier. No, they back up. All of them rotate to come kill me. I basically say, I mean,
Radiant's
I know it
bottom
sounds kind of
tower
like
has fallen.
I keep talking like I'm the only one that's doing anything, but if I was just waiting in our base, they would have taken a 4v5 and taken our racks, no problem. Instead, they all rotate to come kill me. And I'm getting some kills here on my other teammates. They decided to leave the base. Probably wasn't the best idea for them to just be standing right there. Get a cleanup kill on the Slardar. You ever really shouldn't be chasing too much further than this. But as I was saying, you know, I'm not trying to sound egotistical, but I really did. You know, you saw 3 people came bottom. The Tiny, the Tusk, and the Rubik all came bottom to stop me instead of pushing our barracks because they saw me pressuring. If you just keep pushing in lanes, a lot of people don't know how to deal with it, and especially at lower MMRs where you're like 3k or 4k or 2k or lower. People do not know how to deal with split push. They're just going to run 5 heroes at you, or they're going to be too far without TPs, and you'll actually get way more than you should. Like in a 3k game, they probably would have just gone straight for the racks, and then I would have probably gotten their racks back. I mean, it's very possible that I just took their barracks there and killed the Rubik. If it was just the Rubik that came in a lower rated game. So they're doing like a decent job of dealing with my split push, but it's not nearly enough. They aren't killing me when I split push most of the time. I'm still getting insane farm out of it. I mean, it's 31 minutes. I have Manta, Helm of the Dominator, and I'm just finishing my Scotty now. And I'm not saving for buyback here because I need all of my gold and items. I really do. I can't, if I'm not spending my gold on items and I'm just saving for buyback, the Windrunner's ahead of me at that point. Because, I mean, if I was saving for buyback, about 2,000 of my net worth would be in the buyback. I would effectively be at 13,000 net worth, which would be lower than both of these and almost tied with the Tusk. So I finish up my Scotty. I have about 2,200 HP, Helm of the Dominator, and a Manta. Feeling not fully confident about this game, but feeling pretty good. Drop my Helm of the Dominator there so that the Scotty would actually show the attack modifier. And they're trying to take our barracks here. TP back. I know I can take this fight at this point. The way they're positioned is just really good for me. I'm going to ult in our tier 4s to get the slow and damage reduction on them. Tiny's going for our barracks at bottom while we're like chasing. So we need to be really smart about this. He's just trying to kill the barracks. He's going straight for objectives. He does get the melee racks, and they do get the range racks in the middle. It's not that big of a deal. We kill Tiny, get the Aegis, we kill the Windrunner. And the Tiny goes for mid racks. I'm just going straight for him. So is the Fudge. So all said and done, it was a full team wipe plus Aegis. And all they got was a range Rex and a melee Rex. We got 4,400 gold, 2,000 gold on me. They lost about 1,500 gold. So that is a 5,900 gold swing, which is huge, and about 10,000 experience for us as well. Tiny's just calling GG. He's a fucking prick. So I got a lot of gold from that fight. I'm going for the butterfly at this point. I think it's the best choice. I have enough HP to survive their damage now. I just need attack speed, and I need the mischance from the butterfly. Just trying to clean up their ancients and head back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I really wanted to do something kind of crazy with this Invis rune, like just stand on top of somebody and get a huge ult. But since I spent my gold, I do not have buyback. That is not something I should do. If I die here, it effectively is good game. Both of our barracks are open, and they have a Tiny who can actually just melt buildings. almost instantly. And they're just trying to go for our barracks again. They think they're powerful or some shit. I'm here to show them that they are not. I'm trying to position myself out of the fight and let my tanky strength heroes take most of the damage. I'm backing up so I don't get I'm not affected by Craggy. The Pudge did pretty well. He did land a lot of nice hooks this game. I was kind of a lot more mad at him than I should have been for picking that hero. I miss on the Tusk and the Pudge ends up dying there. Poor guy. Solar Crest is a pretty good item. I buy my full butterfly here. Still not saving for buyback. Even though I'm very strong, I need to stay ahead of them. I don't think that I can really die unless I position very poorly. Like, I really have to fuck up to lose this game. Well, not to lose the game, but to die, I really have to fuck up.
Middle tower is under attack.
I really should have dominated that creep. Why didn't I dominate that wolf?
Is under attack.
Okay, I dominate that wolf. Holy shit. Now that wolf actually gives me like, I think 150 damage or some shit. It's actually crazy how good that wolf is. So at this point in the game, I'm huge. The Spirit Breaker is pretty huge. Windrunner's a little bit behind that. Then the Tusk, then the Ember. Our two melee support heroes are still hugely behind. They're ahead by a little bit. It's very little. We have huge experience lead over them from these fights.
A soldier's fortune.
I'm gonna go for an MKB next because they have two Solar Crests and a Windrunner who can. I can negate all of that by just getting an MKB. Just kind of slap them to death. I think we were gonna smoke here. We're gonna smoke and Roche. If we can get some pickoffs and get Roche, it's gonna be pretty much GG. We can win this game very easily now. From being so far behind, it's kind of crazy. The power of split push. You split up the enemy team, you confuse them, and make them have to rotate weirdly. They don't want to do that shit. We end up getting nothing from this smoke, but tried. Shane's still not up.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Let not your spirits sag.
The plan is just to play safe, keep getting huge farm. Maybe get some better wards up on the map. Holy shit. Slaughter tries to like catch me there in a stun, totally misses.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't have a TP. I really need to sell my Aquila for a TP. It's very sad. You want to try to keep that Aquila as long as possible.
Enjoy
Such a good item.
You can, for Dire's top tower has fallen.
Also, should send my wolf back to the base, which I do right now.
Dire's poor top tower
Inevitably when I TP, and I see the Tiny was going for the melee racks. I see him like hanging out, so I'm actually just gonna sit here and wait for him. I think he's gonna come for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he does. He's trying to go for some little shitty rat play and kill our barracks. Too smart for that. I won't let him get it. So we clean them up, no problem at all. They're getting very desperate at this point. We're all so big. The Ember's still not even caught up to the Tusk, but the Spirit Breaker's gigantic. I have no idea what this Slardar was thinking here. I actually missed my attack there. If I land that attack, he can't blink, and he's slowed. I missed my auto attack, and he just blinks away for free. Now I'm safely sieging this. I'm not feeling totally confident. I think we all just want to kind of back up. We had some time. We probably could have just taken the tower and then backed up. I just really do not want to throw. Get my Demon Edge for my my MKB. Roshan's still not up, but it will be up extremely soon. I forgot about my wolf in the base. It's pretty unfortunate. We see them there. So Pudge gets a nice hook. I'm just going to position myself near the Pudge so he'll take the brunt of the damage. I'm just going to hit whatever I can in the back, away from the big heroes. Get some easy kills on those guys. By my full MKB, I am not afraid of dying at all in this game anymore. They don't have any way to kill me. I'm going to fast forward this. This game's pretty much easy from here on. Now the emphasis is in the beginning of the game when we were just getting completely shit stomped. If I decided to fight with my team early on instead of split pushing, we would have lost for sure. For sure. I would have been underfarmed, and they would have just been able to take tower. They would just get kills and they would take towers off of them. My choice to split push really did win us this game, 100%. A lot of people they really do not understand the power of split pushing. If I decided to fight with my team at every time, every time they fought, if I just TP'd in and tried to fight with them, we would have lost this game 150%. There's nothing they can do to us at this point. Well, do to me at this point. We're just gonna go back, get Roche. Even though it's kind of overkill to go for Roche, it is what it is. It's probably good. And they were actually coming to contest that, so they got out of there. I ended up not going. Pudge gets a nice hook on the Tusk. Kill him before the fight. The Slardar TP's in like a fucking idiot. Kill him easily. I finish my Satanic up at this point. I get shackled to a tree. She does not have a Monkey King bar. She can't do anything to me. I'm not even afraid of dying. There's really nothing that they can do. Just gonna walk at the Rubik here. Give him a little punch. Tiny's trying to run away. There's no chance, little guy. I'm just way too big at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And my team's all trying to say,
Radiant's middle tower is under
nice Stalker support, yada yada. I mean, the scoreboard clearly shows what happened this game. I also had 400 creep kills.
attention! Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire victory!
I don't know if I explained this well enough when I was playing, or like when I did this commentary, but seriously, split pushing is, if you think you're gonna lose fights, if you think that you can't fight the enemy team, then just don't. Just don't fight them. Give them objectives. Let some of your teammates die for the cause. Just make sure that they're not dying for no reason. If you do decide to go for split pushes, you know, you need to take towers. You need to bait people to TP. If you can pull 2 or 3 people to you, and your teammates are together, then they can take an advantageous engagement and really come back, you know, and really help you come back from huge deficits. They were huge. They got really good items. And they had the right heroes to end this game out. They didn't know how to deal with the split push, and they ended up losing. That's how it goes. So thanks for watching, and I really do hope you learned something. And I hope you guys try it out. Instead of just, you know, mindlessly running and trying to fight people, try split pushing. It's amazing. It's not that hard. You just need some map awareness. Pay attention to TP cooldowns. That's a big thing that often will trigger me to like think to split push, right? If I see a couple people TP in the bot lane, I know that if 3 people TP bot, right? I know at a max 2 can be top. If I see one in the mid lane, at a max 1 can be top with 2 possible TPs. I'm just gonna push that fucking lane in. I'm gonna push it in all the way to the tower, and I'm gonna start hitting the tower. If anyone shows up, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go in the jungle. If more people rotate top to stop me, I'm just gonna TP to the other lane, the opposite side of the map, and start pushing that into their tower. Somebody's gonna have to answer to that, or else I'm just gonna take the tower. And meanwhile, my team can be doing whatever the fuck they want. They can be farming the jungle. Everyone's chasing me. It's really amazing. I really do hope you learned something. And that's the end of this. So thanks for watching. See you later.